good morning. It is. I did it on purpose. I was ranting, complaining, and I just go, hey, good morning. It is 25 minutes after 9 o'clock.
It's like my mom when she was mad when we were growing up. She'd be like, I'm going to kill you kids. Ring, ring, ring. Hi, how are you? And you're like, okay, mom's psycho.
I do that about 100 times a day. That is my day. I'm like, why do that? Hey, sweetie, what's up? You know, I do that all day long. I'm just in there pounding, ranting, raving. Hey, how are you doing?
Yep.
It is 26 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio now officially, Andrea Moore, Executive Director for the Roswell Chamber of Commerce. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Anytime, and I know excited. We got the Sheriff Lunches. I think last month was official comeback of the Sheriff Luncheons.
And tomorrow's the next one.
Tomorrow is the next one.
So 11:30 at the Chamber, social luncheon for the Sheriff. Please call us today and RSVP so we know how many McDonald's lunches to order.
Absolutely. And, well, it's luncheon. Never mind. Because I'm going to say, because I get breakfast here and they're doing that green chili thing. I was like, please, Nick, throw a couple McMuffins with green chili, but it's lunch. Never mind.
We can get some McMuffins with green chili if you show up.
Have you tried one?
Yes, they're delicious.
It is. I love the Egg McMuffin. That's usually my favorite of all the breakfast. That's my OG original.
Yep.
It's a game changer with the green chili. It's like eating a whole new sandwich.
Now try it with the sausage. Sub out the ham for the sausage with the green chili.
All right. I will do that. That's a tall order. I'm a big Canadian bacon fan. Or
get both.
You know what? That's the real party move.
There you go.
More meat to the party. Absolutely. And then a little green chili. Make it a meat sandwich with green chili in between.
Ooh, I like that.
Just make the meat the bread.
Yeah.
But yes, the Sheriff's Luncheon will be tomorrow. Again, this if you really would like to attend, call today, RSVP.
Yes, please.
Because this event in the past has gotten to where we've had to turn people away because it's full.
Correct.
So we'd hate for you to come out and want to talk to the sheriff and didn't get that opportunity because we were at capacity. So call ahead, RSVP your slot, and then come out. What time does everyone get there? About
11:30.
11:30 is
and please also remember that tomorrow is the county commission meeting.
Yes.
So sometimes the sheriff runs just a little behind,
if he's got
depending on how. And then tomorrow we also have a ribbon cutting right before the social luncheon for the new elevator.
At the
county courthouse. So I will be attending the county commission meeting.
Okay.
Running to the county courthouse to do the ribbon cutting with our red coats in the county and everybody, and then running back over to the office so we can make sure everything's good to go for the social luncheon.
Well, I know, this has been a long time coming to get that elevator in there, and it's a great thing. I personally, yes, we love the elevator. It's great, but I think we as a county, once a year, should have like a marathon where we just go up that switchback trail to get up.
Oh my gosh.
And just make make it like a color run or one of these events like that. But it's that switchback thing that the elevator is ultimately replacing.
Yes, that was horrendous.
Yeah.
Here's your handicap ramp, and it was like, I don't think so.
It's literally like you have to put a backpack on. It's like, all right, we're starting the trek. I'll see you tomorrow. And then
I know, it was
then
terrible.
You go up the switchback trail.
It was in good shape, though.
Oh yeah, it worked great. It was like one of those things. You're like, I feel like y'all didn't think about this after you built the. You know what I mean? Like, you could tell something was just an add-on that was thought of after the fact.
Absolutely,
and
100%.
that ramp was because it was almost ridiculous in nature, the length and width to meet the need.
Well, and
it
from
worked.
the street, it doesn't look so bad because I think you can only see about half of it from the street.
But once you hike it and everything else, you need water stations and everything else at this thing. It's like, man, there's rest areas on this thing to get up. I wasn't handicapped when it started, but
I am now.
My legs are falling off.
Right?
But so that'll be great to do. But I think I honestly wish we would embrace that.
Yes.
I think we should do make it our make a fun event out of it and raise money for some great organization. But we just do an annual event and we'll call it our color run at the old handicap ramp, and we just go up and down the ramp back and forth.
I'll tell the commissioners tomorrow because they all have a good sense of humor, and I'm sure they will get a kick out of that.
I think we should. It's almost like all right, I'm a Big Bang Theory mark. Okay,
Yes.
I watch it and if you ever watch the final season, I think it's the second to last episode. Like the whole series, the elevators broke, so they're always taking the steps up and steps up. And then like the second to last episode, where one's complaining about all the change in the world, boom, the elevator opens up, and here's one of the things.
And they're like, "How long has that been working?" They're like, 6 months, a year.
And that's actually part of the story if you ever watch it. But anyway,
yeah,
I feel like this has almost been our version of that. Is that elevator, and because we. And that's the thing. They've been talking about the ramp and then the elevator, but then there was, because anytime it's a government operation, 12 other government entities have to get involved, and and nothing moves quickly in a government operation. And this elevator was one of those situations. Yep. But it's done now, and I think now that we've got a good thing, I think let's have fun with the old, and let's turn this into a thing of jest and make it into a good thing for everybody else and have fun with it.
That's right.
We all get dressed up. I think just make a ridiculous thing out of it and have fun with it, and
I agree.
Raise some money.
Well, I think just in life you should have fun.
Sure.
With stuff, because you can't take it with you, and this life is short. Have fun.
And if y'all need incentive, I'm willing to break out my pantyhose again for this event if we need to.
Oh, I would pay money for that.
If I need to bust out my pantyhose to get this going.
All right, let's do it.
I'm willing to take that sacrifice.
All right. Well, taking one for the team, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
So, we've got social luncheon tomorrow, 11:30. Please RSVP this afternoon, so that way we can order enough McDonald's. Of course, tomorrow we also have the ribbon cutting, approximately 11 o'clock. Of course, that may go slightly earlier,
depends how long
slightly
the commission
later.
meeting is.
Exactly.
I imagine all the commissioners and the people that are at the meeting are also going to be at the
Correct.
ribbon
That's
cutting,
exactly.
So.
I spoke with Mr. Williams over there, the county manager, and he goes, "We'll all pack up, run over, downtown, get that taken care of, and then come on over to the chamber."
And if you missed the meeting, the commission meeting, County Manager Bill Williams will join us at 8:15 on Friday to give us all. We're going to have Senator Cliff Pirtle right around 8 o'clock to talk about the livestock. And then right after that, we'll have Bill Williams chatting about the county commission meeting.
Fantastic.
So we'll get you up to date on Friday with all that.
Yep. And then we've got Hippie Chicks Business After Hours on the 23rd.
They usually have good swag and giveaways. So if you're
Terry does a great job over there.
If you're looking for because I know I'm like y'all. Don't get me wrong. Ooh, they got good food. I'm gonna, what I mean. You always do those kind of things. They got good swag over.
She does. That's a good swag. It's a great store for us ladies to go buy. She's got great jewelry. She's got great clothes. And then, of course, for the gentlemen in our lives, it's a great place to go buy gifts. And then it's a nice local home, locally owned home store. So go buy your gifts and you can send them around.
They do the tuxedo rentals and all that stuff, too.
That's right.
So, fellas, if you need tuxedo rentals for a wedding or we're not really in prom season or any of that
homecoming
stuff. But
and all that stuff.
Yeah,
absolutely.
homecoming's right around the corner. Yeah.
Yep.
If you need a tuxedo for any of those events, they got you covered. So,
absolutely.
So they do have lots of stuff for guys, too.
And dance. She's got dance stuff for all the kids that participate in dance, leotards, tights. She doesn't have every single dance shoe, but if you go in, she'll let you know what she's got. And she sizes the kids, and you can be on your way. I know she's got ballet slippers, tap shoes, because my kids dance, so I know.
So all the projects your family's involved with that sometimes you can't find in other places, Hippie Chicks got it. So
and Terry can order stuff.
And I always mess this up. Look for the lime green VW Beetle. Is it beetle or bug? I always.
It's the same bug beetle. I call it a bug.
She calls it a beetle, and I think when I say bug, it's like no, it's a beetle, but it's the lime green VW Beetle there on South Main. Can't miss it.
That's right.
I wonder if it's the same car. Did they cut the same car in half?
I believe so.
And because there's two signs with it. There's the one right above the door.
And I think that's exactly what she did. She cut it in half and one on each side of the.
I would assume that, but you never know. It's like no. I got the halves. It's the left side for both, if you notice.
Yeah. No, I think it is the right and the left side.
Okay.
So that's the 23rd. Of course, we do 5:30, 5 to 7:30. Liz is going to kill me. She's like, "You're always changing the time." It's 5 to 7:30.
Okay, it's come and go.
Absolutely. Come in, come go.
So if you can't make it till 5:36, no problem.
Yeah,
Come on
not a
down.
big deal.
Yeah.
I will be there. It'll be fun. We always have a good time.
We're still doing the dollar and the
Dollar in the business card
and all that.
And then, of course, we've got our basket of the raffle tickets.
Oh, yeah.
So you can get all of your swag.
Sweet swag.
That's right. And if you're not there, you can't win. So that's the incentive to be there the whole time.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we've got Chili Cheese Festival coming up the 24th and the 25th.
Yeah, and it's back on the courthouse lawn, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, it's I know, and it's almost all the same stuff. I think the one big thing that they can't do this year that they normally do as part of the Chili Cheese Festival is the Leprino tours.
Correct, because of COVID, they're
yeah.
still under certain restrictions.
And if you've ever been to Leprino, that makes complete sense because once you walk in, it's Fort Knox of sanitary. It's
Yes.
it is. You can't even go in that building without booties on you. Even if you're just going into an office somewhere, you're not having nowhere near the floor or anything. Just to get in the building, you got booties on. So
booties and a little hat booty.
It makes complete sense that they're not going to be able to offer that this year. But everything else is game on. The
Correct.
jalapeno, all the eating contests and the food and the booths and music and all the stuff that's part of Chili Cheese Fest, that's all happening. So
Yep. Oh, 5 to 6:30. I just got an updated text. Liz is like, you're telling people we're going to hang out.
I thought it was usually about 6:30. I was like, maybe they go longer now.
Yeah,
So I'll
5 to
just let her go.
6:30, 5 to 6:30, 5 to 6:30. But of course, we'll hang out. Terry will hang out as long as you want to be there.
All right.
And provided I have a child that can pick up other children, I'll hang out. I don't
Sure.
mind.
Come by and
I love to talk to everybody. So, that's why I'm here.
Do a fashion show, model some of the wares.
Oh, there you go. That's a good idea. Los Pasitos is also doing their carnival, their step out for children, October 2nd, 9 a.m. to noon.
And that's on the Tobosa campus.
On the Tobosa campus, 110 East Summit, and it's free.
Yeah.
Free.
Yeah, come bring your family out, your kids. And I imagine if you'd like to participate, maybe you have a booth or something, they'd love to have you do that. Just call Tobosa Direct. And I think we were just talking about this on the radio. But if you go to trytobosa.org, you can go to their website and learn more about everything they do, find numbers and everything about that. But Nicole Dean was on, and we were.
Yes.
She's your point of contact over there. So if you call Tobosa, ask for Nicole Dean. She can give you all the information about that.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so that'll be a fun event. And then this Friday, the 17th, 10:30 to 11:30, you can show up at Eastern New Mexico State Fairgrounds and meet our Republican lawmakers.
Okay.
And let me see if I can read this without my glasses. We've got Senator Greg Baca, Senator Crystal Diamond, Senator Stuart Ingle, Senator Mark Moores, Senator Cliff Purtle, Senator Josh Sanchez, and then we have Representatives Alonzo Baldonaro, Representative Rebecca Dow, who also is running for governor.
Yeah.
Representative Candy Azell, and Representative Martin Zamora. You can come down and meet all of our that's not all of our Republican legislators, but all of the ones that'll be. Are they going to be speaking,
or is it just like a meet and greet?
I believe it's just a meet and greet, and it's just before the buyer's luncheon from 10:30 to 11:30, and then obviously we hope that you stay and
now are they going to be like
the
in
animals.
The commercial building or the livestock ring? Do they know where they're going to be doing their thing?
It does not specify on.
Just follow the herd. You'll see.
I'm sure you're not going to be able to miss it. Because it's for the youth, the New Mexico Youth Livestock Expo. As we all know, it got relocated to Roswell this year from the state fairgrounds. And it is to my understanding that they have signed a multi-year contract.
Okay, so we might be hosting it for a few years.
So they'll be here for the next few years. So hopefully that leads into forever.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic.
That would be a nice little boost to not only our economy, but our activities and things. And I'm sure the fairgrounds, the more we use that facility, we have a great facility there. It's great to see it's getting utilized.
And the fairgrounds through COVID has really, just exploded in the great things that they've done for our community.
They have been a lifesaver for many, many people. The new Portugal Circus called that place home for over a year.
I know. God bless them.
Because of COVID. And they've just been really helping people. Fortunately, they are now hopefully doing their circus somewhere else now. They got to move out. It was over the summer. I was like May, June timeframe.
I think so.
They did a show. They finally did a show.
Yes, they did their show.
And then they had to go. So.
And then I think they packed up and they were out. And I think they were just as excited to get out and start doing what they needed to do.
I would imagine being in the same place and living out of a trailer for a year plus is for people that are used to being on the road and seeing the world. That's probably very torturous for them.
I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. But anyway, the fair's been a lifesaver for us during
And
COVID.
then, of course, we've got Fair Week coming up here pretty quick.
First week of October, 4th through 9th, I believe, is the official date.
Monday is, and we are having a parade. We get lots of phone calls, lots of questions. Is there going to be a parade? Yes. We are having a parade. Well, us, the community.
As far as we know, is the parade route the normal one where they all meet at the Woolbo and head south?
It'll go straight down the same route that it always has, and everything is completely online this year.
Okay.
So go online and sign up if you want to have a float or
the fair website
in the.
It's basically the initials for these at www.enmsf.com, I believe. Or if you type in Eastern New Mexico State Fair in a Google search, it'll pop right up as the first website. But the actual web address is www.enmsf.com. So
there you go.
Yeah. So a lot of initials.
Yes. And then you had the superintendent on just prior to me coming in. Hour. And so our ASD school board meeting was last night, which I attended. And we at the Roswell Chamber of Commerce were recognized as being a partner with the school district. We helped them with their job fair where they hired a number of teachers. I want to say double-digit teachers were hired from our two-day fair.
They had a 2-day event, what was it, around July timeframe, I'm going to say?
August.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
Time I'm not good with.
And so, of course, we were more than happy to host them.
Yeah.
And, of course, we have helped out in lots of other ways throughout the past with their teacher appreciations and things like that.
Chambers always had a good partnership with the RASD.
Absolutely.
And helping to promote their events and vice versa, helping get things that we want to get out to families. They help us with that.
And since there wasn't time for me to speak when we got our certificate of appreciation for our generosity and contributions to RASD, then they also gave me time to present where I was able to go back and just once again thank them for partnering with us and how we want to continue to look forward with rebuilding all of our relationships and anything that we can do with them and for them. That they just need to call and ask. And we are we're going to make sure we have a dedicated section in our magazine that is all about schools / education.
Nice.
Because we've learned a lot in our first 2 issues, and I'm sure we will learn even more in the next 2,000 issues going forward.
Sure.
But one of the things that we have decided that we're going to have dedicated sections because we've gotten some really great feedback from the community on things that people really enjoy seeing. And so it's a no-brainer. Part of the community is education schools. So things like calendars of what is the calendar? And that's not just for RASD. It is for the school districts in Lake Arthur, Hagerman, Dexter as well. Because I'm a parent and I still don't know when's spring break, when's Christmas break, I had no idea that
and
tomorrow.
And to be honest, the only time we think about it is when we're planning an event. We're like, all right, when's the kids out of school?
Correct. And then, like, for example, I didn't even know that starting tomorrow afternoon is parent-teacher conferences and all day Friday until my kids came home Monday. And they go, oh, by the way, Mom, parent-teacher conferences are Thursday and Friday.
Yeah.
So we got to figure out when I can go talk because I have 2 middle school students.
Yeah, so you got to see a lot of teachers.
So we'll go. And I'm not too worried. My kids, I looked on Power School, straight A's, both kids. So I'm sure it'll be a matter of, hey, your kids enjoy. Your kid's a blessing to have in class. And I'll be like, are you talking about the right kid?
Don't tell your kid that. Make the kid say, you should have seen it. You got some punishment. But, and by the way, if you have an elementary age child, all those are going to be through Zoom meetings. And I imagine you've already talked to your teachers to set up. I know my wife has gone in her classes. But if you have not gotten one, contact your school, let them know. But, I unfortunately, because Because elementary basically has one teacher. So they're able to do a Zoom virtual. They don't want to create unnecessary risk. So they're going to go ahead and go that route for the elementary. So,
that's good to know because I don't have an elementary school child anymore.
Yeah. So, but middle and high, it's in-person meetings and things
At
like
least
that.
It is at Berendo Mid. That's where my kids go. So tomorrow.
I think it's the same across the district. They're doing it.
So tomorrow
all the
I will be parking in the parking lot and getting out and going and talking to all the teachers tomorrow afternoon. But I enjoy going and doing that. And we've got some great teachers. So, kind of to piggyback on what Brian was saying last hour, be kind to all of our educators. We all know now, after homeschooling our precious little cherubs for this last year, how difficult it really is.
Well, and I think, and granted, I have a unique perspective being married to a teacher, so I see the other side of the coin on how some of this goes, and trust me, I know when you're frustrated and you vent your frustrations on someone that is part of what your frustrations are about, it feels good. But trust me, the things that you're venting to the teachers complaining about, they're dealing with these same things because they've got that thing times 20 or 25, depending on how many kids they got.
Yeah.
And they and Brian and the school board, they do everything they can. But at the end of the day, when it comes to education, teachers are on an island, man. They basically get their marching orders and say, make it happen. Or if you don't, then there's going to be problems. And so they get creative. They have many. And so just because something isn't working for you in that situation doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It's something they're dealing with to try to get the best for everybody.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm sure, I'm not saying don't be frustrated with things that you don't feel are right. Be frustrated and address those.
But have a conversation. Don't get ugly.
Yes.
Don't get
because
nasty.
you're not seeing all the variables that this person is dealing with.
Have a conversation. And it has been, in my experience, with having 4 children. My oldest is a senior in high school this year, and my youngest is a 6th grader. So I've done this a couple of times. Have a conversation with the teachers. Most teachers will talk to you and tell you what's going on.
Sure.
Very rarely do you have kind of a crappy teacher that just doesn't care.
Yeah. And I would ask you this. If you are upset and you're wanting a thing, and I'm going to do what I do every time when we about to do things that are crazy, I say, what is your end game?
Correct.
What is your end game? Is your end game to get the needed help and everything that your child needs? Or is your end game to berate someone and make yourself feel better about yourself because you fought for justice? And if it's the former, then you better check yourself and let's start talking about where. If it's the latter, then, well, I guess you keep on doing what you're doing, but there's going to be repercussions for that. You're not going to get your problem solved. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much everything we've got. I mean, pretty much like I said, we're getting busy. You see that we're getting busy.
Yeah, absolutely.
The community sees that we're getting busy. We are getting down to the crunch time on the 3rd issue of the magazine. We have had some turnover in the office, but we've got some great support staff, quote unquote, I guess, to help us with the magazine.
Absolutely.
With the hiring of Kyle Whitefoot in our office as our membership director, he has expressed an interest in learning all things about the magazine.
Okay.
So we've called in some of our other support that has done this before.
Okay.
And the guys are working together, taking
the ball and running with it.
Oh, it's been awesome to see how it's all coming together.
Good.
So we've got people to help us build ads. So if you want to advertise in our magazine, once again, give us a call because that deadline is very quickly approaching. So we can get this out no later than that first full week in October.
Yeah. It's not a fall magazine if we can't put it out in the fall.
Correct. Correct. I mean, and so get us that information. And like I said, we've just, the support from the community, it has been awesome.
And the magazine's doing exactly what we said it was at the beginning. We said, we the first 2 episodes are amazing. Two great, so by far probably two of the best, pieces of product that I think, as far as written things that come out of the chamber, as far as things. I think they're well done, well put together.
I think so.
But they are evolving, like you said. Now that we've got some out and people are seeing them, now we're going to what the public wants. It's like, oh, what do you want to see in this magazine? And that's exactly what we're doing. So the
That's
features and things, now we're kind of, strengthening and adding to the features that are real popular and maybe fading back the things that didn't work out
Correct,
so well.
absolutely.
And that's exactly what's going on.
And if you are out in the community and you are a writer and you want to submit something for us to publish in the magazine, please contact us. Give it to us. We'd be more than happy. Within reason, obviously, as long as it fits within our parameters, we'll get it published. If you're a photographer and you've got some great pictures, or you want to help us take pictures to be able to put in with our different articles, once again, please, this is a community magazine. We want the community to be involved, because if I don't hear from the community, then it becomes the Andrea Moore Project. And I really don't want it to be the Andrea Moore Project. I want it to be the Chaves County Community Project.
Absolutely. So if you'd like to submit or certainly want to contribute, reach out, call the chamber, talk to Andrea or
Liz or Kyle, any
Kyle,
of us.
I was going to say Mr. Whitefoot if you're nasty, but I don't know. It just felt fun to say that.
And we've got a great team. It's just been amazing to see how much we have changed in a year, because I've told everybody I never thought that this is where I would be, a year ago. In fact, Leadership Roswell has resumed their classes.
Yeah, they've
for
had their
this next
first
year.
class. Was it last Friday?
Friday.
Yeah, so they'll be meeting in October here for their class number 2.
And so I'm a product of the class as well.
Yeah, as am I.
Yep, it's a great program. So if you haven't gone through it, I highly suggest that you put your applications in for next year. Obviously, it's closed for this year, but get your applications in for next year. And with the first class, there's a little exercise that Rick does where he helps you do your motto or your mission statement. And I still have mine.
Yeah.
And we were kind of laughing because he asked me what my mission statement was. And I kind of looked at him and he started laughing. He goes, I think I remember. And I go, my mission statement is to rule the world. And I wrote that in 16 when I went through the class. And I never would have thought back in 2016, 2017, as I was going through the class, that here I would be in 2020, 2021, running the chamber and doing this nonprofit work.
Sure.
And, and that's, I've just always said, I'm going to rule the world one day, or at least my little piece of it. And so Rick and I were kind of chuckling that, see, it all starts at the chamber.
Yeah.
And,
I sadly, I don't remember what my mission statement. I have to go back and look it up in the books. I don't remember. I'm a spur of the moment guy. That's why it is.
Well, mine kind of was too, because you go through that whole exercise, and I was just, and that song from Bruce Hornsby, "Everyone Wants to Rule the World," popped into my head, and I said, "That's my mission statement."
And I'm one of those. I'm a weird. Like, what motivates me is a little different than other people. So I'm not saying it's not a bad thing. It's a great thing.
No,
it's just it doesn't like when people put famous quotes up on Facebook or in their things, or those don't motivate. I'm not one that responds that way. I'm more of an actions type person. I get the value of them and the motivation, and I talk for a living, so come on now.
Yeah.
But as far as what drives me when I see the quotes and things, that necessarily doesn't do it for me. Usually it's a story or an action of people doing something. I'm like, all right, now I'm fired up. But when someone says Walt Whitman said blah blah blah, blah, I'm like, good for Walt Whitman. I don't care.
Mine's usually music or movies.
Yeah,
is something that I'll take away, and I'm like, oh, okay. And my mission. That's where my mission statement came from. Was Bruce Hornsby's "Everybody Wants to Rule the World."
There you go.
And "Rusted Root" is my theme song for my life.
If I remember right, no, wasn't that the theme song for Dennis Miller's HBO show?
Everybody Wants to Rule the World. It may have been.
I think it was.
I know Sean Hannity used it for a small time, and then Bruce Hornsby had a connection.
Or did he use a Tears for Fears song?
I'll have to go back. Maybe it was.
Maybe it was a Tears for Fears song.
because those two get confused sometimes because they have a similar sound.
Yeah. Maybe it was Tears for Fears. I don't know. Anyway, when you said it, I was thinking Dennis Miller.
Tears for Fears. See, I have my phone too. And all of our friends are probably
blowing
texting both of us going, hey.
Did we get it all? Is there anything we missed? I just saw the time.
Yeah, we got everything.
I know we got on soapbox after soapbox after soapbox. But again, if you missed any of the things we talked about here or want more information
They're
about
up on
everything,
our Facebook. Or give us a call, 575-623-5695. Oh, that reminds me, starting October 1st, we go to 10-digit dialing, and you are required to do your area code.
I think cell phones have already trained me for that.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'll have to remember that if I dial on a landline, which
right. What's
like
that?
never. You know, I receive calls on one, but I yet to make one.
575-623-5695, or come stop by the Chamber, 131 West 2nd.
Yeah.
If you see the great big black truck or the two red cars out front, that means we're there.
Yeah, come on in. And, of course, come out, RSVP for the Sheriff's Luncheon. That's tomorrow. Call the Chamber, get on the list for that, and then
please
come out to business after hours and the ribbon cuttings and everything
That's right.
else
We've got all kinds, and we are not just ribbon cuttings and business after hours, but if that's a way that we can help start promoting now that we've come out of COVID or coming out of COVID, I don't know.
We got to let the world know, and then once the world knows, then we
can get to business and get to work.
Exactly. Well, thank you, ma'am. We'll see you next time.
All righty.
All right. It is.